Hello, Whitney Houston, StarCraft here with a StarCraft 2 commentary, and I am delivering the exact matchup that you guys have been requesting for some time now. It's going to be vileIllusion, my teammate, the red Terran player in the top, against myself, the blue Zerg in the bottom left, vilePsY. Now, you might think, well, you guys are just going to stage this matchup, Psy, and make it look really cool and stuff like that. Wrong! This was played on the ladder, believe it or not. We were both searching at the same time, and we just happened to get each other on the ladder. That means my MMR is really high, or his MMR is really low. As you saw in the chat just a moment ago, if you were keeping track, that he was saying, I'm losing so much, my MMR is dropping. But this guy is crazy, man. Illusion, he beats every single player in the world with one hand. It doesn't even matter, he is that good, but this is insane, man. It's kind of bittersweet. I mean, you get to play your teammate, it's fun, it's nice and casual. You're both going to be trying, but you know, there's like no hard feelings or anything like that. But on the other hand, one of you has to lose points unless you go for a draw. One of you has to lose points. And that's kind of unfortunate, but you can see I'm doing a little bit of smack talk. I know I'm the underdog here. He doesn't need to take me seriously or anything like that. You can see he's got this. That's such a silly little face. Who first made that little face? But yeah, the map is Antigua Shipyard, and there will be no streaming today. I'm sorry, there will be no afternoon streaming today. I might make it up to you with some late night streaming. I don't know. I do have prior engagements. Luckily, they aren't actually me getting engaged because I am actually I'm not that young. Gosh, I was like I'm too young for that, but Jesus, I am so damn old. This scout for Illusion is not going to scout the correct direction. The cool thing about Antigua is it's not like four corners, or it's not like there's two bases super close to each other or anything like that. So you don't know if I'm going to send the Overlord Scout here or here. So you can't really send an SCV like over here and be like, oh, well, the Zerg player is not spawning over here. So it's kind of weird. There's not a lot of maps that you could actually do that on, come to think of it. Lost Temple has close air, Metalopolis has close air, Shakiris has a location that you can't spawn in, and it's really neat. It's really neat. I like it. I really like this map. But anyway, Illusion is so boss-like. I am going for a 15 hatch, and looks like I'm going pool, gas, shocking. Ow, my armpit itches. Oh, Isaac, don't lick that. Isaac is watching me cast right now. He's following my mouse around. And look at this. This is how good he is. I know I'm like fluffing him a lot, but it's actually true because I used to play him a few times and practice with him, and I would just slaughter him. Like, it wouldn't even be that close. I would destroy him. And now he's playing in tournaments and like doing really well and stuff like that. But anyway, as I was saying, he knows where to intercept overlords at, and he actually tried to. Now he's going to be going around. It looks like he's going to try to get up onto the ramp here and do it again, but I think this overlord is pretty safe around here. That'd be unfortunate if I did lose that overlord. 2 lings on the way as well as 2 queens, speed going too. These marines just kind of chilling here. Maybe he thinks I'm going to double back and like go right here to try to pick a to see if he's going to take a third base or whatever like that. I don't know, but see, so Gosu at OL sniping. But no, I'm just going to chill here. This overload's going to be pretty useless, but he is going to be alive, so that's always good. Spine going up. Got to consider getting a Roach Warren around now. This is where the Terran players usually do the little swapsies. He's got his command center going. He's going to do the Hellion swap. Come in with 4 Hellions. Some Terran players, oh, actually, he's going to get Marines. Marines, you are crazy, Illusion. As I was saying, some Terran players like to come in with 6 or 8 and just really catch you off guard, and that's when the Roach Warren is super necessary. Speaking of Roach Warren, there it is. Now, a lot of things I don't do as Zerg, a lot of times I don't do as Zerg is consider the placement of my tech buildings. Now, Roach Warren, it's got an okay amount of health, it's pretty cheap, it builds relatively fast. Why not use it to like blockade Hellions, make them have to go around it or something like that? You know, maybe right here, or maybe like, you know, down here so they can't really go through, or somewhere like that, instead of this really super arbitrary position right here. So keep that in mind as a Zerg, that your buildings can be used as walls just as well as Terran buildings can be used as walls. And this Overlord is going to scout out this expansion. Yes, he is going to see that. If you don't want to fly too far and just check the mining number on the mineral patches, or check for that little glow on the mineral patch. It's always pretty helpful. And actually, I am in the complete wrong direction. I haven't even scouted him. One downside of not having a drone scout, I suppose. So now I'm going to be, oh no, this poor Overlord's going to go down, you fat ass piece of shoot. Now I'm going to be scouting the correct location. I'm going to leave a ling on this tower, supposedly, and hopefully be outside of his base to catch any attacks he might send at me beforehand. Roach Warren is complete. I have not trained any roaches yet, though, have I? I have not. Lair is on the way. If we check out the harvesters, it's 44 to 32, so doing good in that regard. However, you know, this kind of leads me to believe we will see a timing from Illusion. This quick upgrade, and both of these upgrades coming at once, and the lack of Hellions. Looks like he's actually able to get 4 Hellions off of 1 factory, but a lot of Marines, pretty unusual build. If I were to scout this with an Overlord, I would see 2 Tech Lab, Reactor on a barracks, and not a factory, and I'd be like, okay, he's probably going to timing attack me. I need to get a Baneling nest, just because he's going to have so many damn Marines. And look at this, he does have so many Marines. 17 Marines against, what, 4 Roaches and 6 Zerglings. These Zerglings, poor little Zergling getting toasted at the tower. That's another thing Zerg players don't do enough. If you see units coming towards the tower to take down a Zergling, get that Zergling out of the way. He will appreciate it and reward you later by morphing into a Baneling, burrowing under all the Marines, and exploding their junk. Then they can no longer reproduce. The army of the Terran just gets screwed up because of that, and all kinds of good things happen. But look at this! Look at this! I was right! Not only because I'm a genius, but I played this game, so I remember. So he is going to be moving out. The +1's going to be finishing. The stem's going to be finishing. And this is like perfect timing. I am able to catch a Hellion or 2, though, so that's pretty good. 8 drones on the way. Oh, no, that's the worst timing of the drones ever. So bad. And here he comes. And it's hard to believe that I'm going to stop this. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Isaac just jumped off me. Oh, no, drones, no. Oh, I've only got 1 spy and a handful of lings against +1 Marines with stem, with combat shields. And this spy is going to take a couple stabs. Now, I have a choice here. I can try to fight with this very small force with the spine, or I can fall back and wait for reinforcements and fight without the spine. Looks like I'm kind of choosing a middle ground, tease him a little bit, and now fall back. And I didn't want to have to get roaches, but I don't feel like 8 mutas or something like that would have done anything against this many Marines, so I had to get roaches. And you see he's just barreling down my throats. Normally I like that from a guy, but not in this situation. Tearing apart every single roach I have, sending in the drones. 3 more roaches rallied at the bottom, a couple more rallied at the top, and it looks like I will be able to clean this up, but at what cost, man? 42 to 48 harvesters, 50 harvesters now. He's preparing his 3rd base, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's right there. My 3rd base is still up, but he killed so many drones. 20 workers killed. Not a good thing. And, you know, this is where you guys are probably thinking, Psy, why the hell didn't you get Banelings? Gosh, you have such a giant wiener, but you didn't get any Banelings. I have a love-hate relationship with Banelings. They can be so good, and they can be so fucking useless. In this situation, they would have been so good. 1, because Illusion chose to engage on creep, and 2, because he didn't have any tanks, and tanks are generally what you need to kill Banelings. Hellions he had, but they're a lot more difficult to micro. They don't really get the job done as well. So while I probably wouldn't have had Baneling speed to deal with his attack, it would have stalled me. It would have allowed me time to get mutas, to get more lings. I probably would have landed with a couple of them, which is all I would have really needed. I mean, just imagine, as he's coming in here, just sneak a couple Banelings down here, come around. So there's a lot of ways you can make Banelings better than they usually are in reality. And no, there's a phone ringing! Shut up, god damn it! And I need to stop neglecting Banelings and really start, you know, trying to use them in ZVTs, especially because timings like this are actually becoming a lot more popular. So nice little drop there from Illusion, killing 5 more workers, forcing me off for a little bit. But most of all, he killed my spire. Again, consider the location of the buildings you're placing. Should you build a spire right here next to your lair in wide open where a drop can go right here and be there immediately? No. You should protect your tech structures. Maybe build it down towards the bottom. Maybe build it right around here. You know, something like that. Or maybe right here where it drops less likely. He's not going to be going past your 3rd all the way over here to your natural to kill a Spire. That's just not going to happen. He's going to be dropping your third. Consider where you're putting your tech structures so things like that don't happen. This location's a little bit better. Still, when he drops here, it's possible he'll come around the mineral line and kill the Spire. So not the greatest location in the world, but it's a little better. A little better. Another drop from Illusion going down. Harvester count now 61 to 62, but he's off 3 base as a Terran. He's just now kickstarting his production with 3 more reactor barracks. He's got a second engineering bay. He's getting his +1 attack on his tanks. That's going to allow him to one-shot Zerglings. Regardless, oh, just got a text message too. God, I'm so popular. I am so popular. What the fuck is all the phones making so many sounds? I don't know what it is. Yeah, he's got everything going for him right now. The only thing I might see him changing is getting a reactor on this starport, just because reactors are really good, and a reactor is a lot cheaper than another starport. Look at this. He's gonna do a little bit of drop action here. He's gonna keep his tanks down on the low ground, protected by this wall, so I have to come all the way around, and then just do some drop play with his Marines. He is now 1-1. And I have 0-0 on my roaches, 2-0 on my lings. That's actually not too bad. So you are so good at this game. Now trying to take the gold base as well. I know I've got to do some kind of catching up here, but still no banelings. Looks like I am going to go the pathogen gland route, but this is a lot of Marines, and he's almost 2-1. Which is so nasty. I did pick off a Marine there. If we check out the units tab, 12 mutas, 18 lings, and 8 roaches. Oh boy, watch yourself. And oh, Illusion may be overextending his Marines a little bit. No, he is going to pull back to the tanks. Take out every single unit on the ground, and these mutas are going to fly back, and this is kind of the point where I'm like, okay, banelings, a good thing. A good thing. But, you know, I was actually proud of holding off that first attack without banelings. Roaches are so cost ineffective in that kind of situation, but, you know, at least I stopped it. He's now 2-1. In come the roaches, in come the mutas. And this wasn't a defense I was expecting to work. I knew it was over at this point. And he does just clean up every single unit. I've got Infestor and some Lings on the way, but that's not really going to matter. He's done the damage, and down goes Spire a second time. See, this is what I mean. He drops in, and he can easily find the Spire. Why not build it around here or around here? He's not going to fly all the way past just to drop the natural. So, sniping my important tech structures, nice timing, killing 20 drones, and then just following it up with solid upgrades, solid siege tanks, and play all around. Very nicely done by Illusion. Now even moving into my third, but as you can tell, this is pretty much over. I did get a couple mutas in there, picking out some tanks. But again, this is just me not really trying anymore. This game is already over. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. And me realizing Illusion has gotten a lot better than he used to be. A little bit of banter going on. He says I'm super good. Obviously I'm super good, and I just threw this game for him. But you are the 2%. You are the 2%. What's Masters? Is Masters like 0.1% or something like that? And we're kind of talking about the game. And the first time he attacked, he says, yep, you need Banes. I hate Banes. They're so love-hate, inconsistent. But, you know, sometimes they are necessary. He's just going to steamroll right through me. He's got 2 upgrades now. I think he's just on hold position right there. 3-3. Infestors did a little bit of fungling, as you might have seen before, but just not enough. I do have some more Infestors coming out. And it says Zerg players make about 3 to 5 roaches to stop Hellions. That's pretty much what I usually do every game. But then I don't get banelings, I just get more roaches whenever there's a timing attack coming. And I didn't have bans in your attack game before Muta, so no choice but the Mass Roach because I hate banelings. +1 Marines, combat shield, stim timing is what he did. And he killed everything. The Zerg unit is so bad. Marines OP. GG from vileIllusion and PSY. Hope you guys enjoyed that. It was actually a good learning experience. Sometimes you gotta get banelings no matter, excuse me, how much you hate them. As always, thanks for watching, and kitty treats! Kitty treats!